night, guys. This is the Thinking Out Loud podcast. I'm here with Anita and Orleni, and they're not gonna talk over me tonight. So it's just me and you. You feel me?
Okay. All right, we're gonna try.
All right. So tonight we're gonna talk about wholeness, hoeing, and what's the big deal with hoeing. We're gonna talk about a lot of things, but we're gonna start there.
What is a hoe?
That's
what I want to know.
A hoe in Brooklyn is, I'm gonna say in Brooklyn because this is where I reside, it's where I live, it's where I grew. It's like a girl that sleeps around, and I guess it ratios from like four guys a month or more. I don't really know. Let me make sure.
Is it only a girl though? That's what I want to know.
No, men could be hoes.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the first thing is like men never get called hoes, and when they are, they're like proud of it. They're proud of it. They're like, yeah.
So why aren't girls proud of it?
But men usually get called hoes by other women that they consider hoes. So to them, it's like, she's a hoe. So it don't matter if she calls me a hoe.
Okay.
First of all, men are praised by having multiple partners a lot of times by
Who are
their
they
friends.
praised by?
By their friends, all that.
Who are guys? Because guys have female friends too.
I mean, I guess it depends on the female friend that you have, like, but I know, like, it's like more praise between men, like, yeah, I got this girl, but with women, it's like, I slept with this guy, y'all gonna look at me like, ooh, oh.
Yeah, for men, it's like a notch in their belt. Like, they added another notch to their belt, so it's like rewarded. Like, not like high five, they're like, oh, glorified, like, yo, you know. And then if women do it, it's like, oh, you know.
Only amongst women, I think. I think, like, for a woman, when you're telling a man, I mean, I think all women out there, you should only say you slept with 3 men at most. Even if you slept
How about
with
you just
30.
don't give your body count at all?
I
get annoyed when somebody will ask for that, like my body count. I'm like, come on, we're grown. Like, I'm in my 30s.
You asking for their taxes, like, so you want to know my body count? I want to know what you made last year. Like,
and they definitely ain't comfortable sharing that.
They're not gonna be comfortable about everything. So I think it's just like a person to person thing. Like I said, for everything, but for me, a female being a hoe, it doesn't matter to me. I think what happens is, we talked about this like on the first podcast, what happens is you have a female friend and you're a little bit worried that her wholeness might come out and entice your man or things of that nature. That might be a conflict of interest. But then you might have a male friend for the guys that's like, I don't trust that dude around my girl. It's not that you don't trust your girl. You know that he takes guys' girls. Like, he got a reputation too. So I don't know if the wholeness or hoeing is a bad thing nowadays. I guess.
But if a guy knows that his male friend is a hoe, right?
He's not gonna give a shit.
He doesn't tell his like. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't give a shit, and it's like his whole friend is free to do what he wants. He don't really check the friend. He's gonna check the girl and be like, "Yo, stay away from that dude."
Probably.
Okay.
But between them as friends.
You think he's gonna be like, yo, stay away from my shorty? You think he's ever gonna say that?
He's never gonna say that.
I don't feel like he's gonna say that.
Shorty,
that's what I'm saying. He's gonna tell his shorty, like, yo, stay away from that dude. Yeah. I better not see you
with him
or around him.
Same thing
so that's what I'm saying. Why do we always get checked?
Well, you were talking about your friends before that you had like, you're like, what if I had a whole friend?
You ain't bringing her around, you said. Yeah. So it's kind of like the same thing.
But you wouldn't joke around with your whole friend like, yo, stay away from my man, or stay away from any dude that I bring around. Like, I feel like I'm comfortable enough to, like, I would say that.
You would say that.
I feel like
you're very comfortable saying anything out your mouth, which is not a
because I'm still friends with this chick, so I feel like.
Yeah, like, yo, keep your hoeing ways away from mine. So I definitely get it. I'm like that with my friends, too. Like, if you do some whole shit, only one time it.
And I'm not trying to put you down if I say, like, if I throw that word around, like, yo,
I don't think it means
your whole tendencies or like, whatever, joking around like.
It depends too. Like sometimes girls, they know they are like that and they just don't care, or it doesn't bother them.
I'm gonna be like, embrace it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really gonna. If I say it, I'm not putting you down or anything. I'm like, yo, embrace it. Be careful. Obviously, at all times, whether you consider yourself a hoe or not, or if somebody else has ever, called you that or not.
I don't see the problem. As long as you're careful and you protect yourself and all that, I don't see the
But
problem.
what I don't like is that dudes really be focused on that. Like, if
a
girl's labeled a hoe, it's like, yo, don't talk to shorty, or they're gonna tell their men's like,
they want people's approval.
She's a hoe. Don't talk to her.
She got with the
like,
homie.
hold up, wait a minute, but you sloppy as hell, and you expect the most decent woman on around to still talk to you.
I guess traditionally back in the days, the way women carried themselves, what a lot of men probably don't know is they were hoeing too.
There's hoes out there today. We don't know we're hoes.
I mean,
they were hoes in BC before Christ and all that. So I'm just saying, the thing is, it's gonna happen. You might wife a hoe, be married to one. I think it's
you never know when you wife and a hoe.
Some people don't even know that they are a hoe.
Cause some people are sloppy about it, and some are very discreet about it.
Yeah. So I guess like it's what the world sees. Cause some people they'll date you or it's just seeing you. Or even friends, they don't want to be friends with certain girls because they're worried about how they look amongst others. Because they're not really secure about how they carry themselves. See, because I could walk into the room with 30 hoes and ain't no guy going to call me a hoe because what whole shit I did and show me my whole facts because I don't know where it's at. Like,
it's going to be like, oh, but you came in with these chicks? I was like, but what that means? Right? Like, that don't mean nothing.
I'm friends with a lot of different types of people. Well, I associate myself with a lot of different types of people. So does your wholeness delete? Like after certain years of being a quote unquote
like you're a good girl for a little bit,
born again.
Yeah, if you like, born again.
I mean, I had 3 years of no sex with a man, and I felt like, does that make me, born again virgin? I don't question it for me personally.
Well, I don't want to call it all the way like born again virgin, but like, okay, boom. You go through a stage in your life where maybe you sleep around, you acting a little crazy or whatever. Mm-hmm. Everybody kind of goes through that stage,
really
you know.
You do it young or old.
If you're sexually active, if you're not a virgin, I feel like you go through that stage where you have your little whole phase. I'm gonna call it.
After a bad breakup.
When you're young, you hoe, and I guess when you're older, you being a cougar. Is that what it is?
No, because even you could maybe you didn't lose your virginity till like you got older, and then maybe
30s.
you like maybe you experimented very slowly, and then maybe there just comes a point in your life where you're like, I'm gonna go through my whole phase because like
50,
you know,
those late bloomers,
or it could be like you said when you're like young or whatever. But exactly, should people like from your past like keep haunting you and keep fun. Bringing up like, yo, she used to do this. It's like, yeah, but she don't do it no more.
I'm calling people in
I don't
other states. Hello, your girl's a hoe. I just want you to know.
Exactly. People really be acting like that. They're like, yo, shorty thinks she moved to another state and she's gonna be like acting like she.
You can't be starting over.
Acting like yeah. Yeah, she trying to start a new life. Like, nah, I'm gonna call them homies in the next town and I'm gonna let them know.
When I'm ready to change
or if she was a stripper here in New York, she can't leave the state.
When I came here, did I reset? When I came to New York?
You tell us, is that a reset?
I don't know. Nobody knew about my past, so I can really
so
make
it's a
up
reset, right? You can make up whatever you want.
But how you feel? I mean, how you feel within yourself is what matters.
Yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
like, in my opinion, you should live your life like you're on this TV screen because when somebody tunes into you, somebody might just dig really freaking deep. People got that kind of time.
I mean, in today's society, you don't gotta dig too deep because it's all out there.
Not
on
everything.
Social media,
if
whatever.
You put it out there. People be wanting to put it out there.
No, I'm just saying, maybe something you text someone years ago.
Sexting.
That's what I'm saying. That guy wants to show it around or post it somewhere and be like, okay, what's happening with all these like famous people when?
You know how I feel about that, honestly? Like, I think if that ever happens, let's say I got some kind of celebrity, right?
Yeah, you get to a certain status in your life and they want to bring out the old.
Your whole facts.
I wouldn't want people to see it, right? But at the end of the day, like, I got all the same parts as the rest of the women. Like, if I'm good with my body, if I'm comfortable with my body, like, I don't want my shit out there, right? Mm-hmm. But like, if it did leak, I'd be like, all right, so what?
Wait, the sex tape leak or your sex facts?
Like, no, like a nude or something like that.
Oh, a nude picture
so you would send to a guy that you're in a relationship with.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
because if you've done it in the past, you can't go back in the past and erase it.
If we're not serious, I'll cut off my face. Sometimes if we're not serious.
But it could be like sexting. What if he kept like the text messages?
I mean, everyone does that.
And next thing you know, he's like, "Oh, look what she said."
Dirty. But
I'm like, "But who cares? I
don't care about that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but who cares? But people take pleasure in like blowing it up, and it's like, but who cares? I'm an adult.
The person you're dealing with might care. So you have to know who you're dealing with and what they like and what you can,
But like I say, sometimes you go through that phase. Mm-hmm. So and now I grew up. Now I'm different. Now let's say you found the guy and y'all about to get married, and here comes somebody from the past trying to sabotage your shit.
Are we telling them? Are we telling these our new partner.
You just said you don't need to tell him. You
That
tell
was
him
my
you
name.
I don't tell shit.
you tell him you had three
asking
bodies.
for
That's
I'm not even
it.
telling that. I'm giving other women advice.
Nah, you don't.
Steve Harvey said that. I don't know if he be creeping on the low.
But I feel like a
don't
guy
about
would
him,
know that's a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. It's like I'm 30-something
But
years
my thing
old.
is,
but
are you
guys
asking?
multiply it anyways. They do their
You
own
should.
math.
You should.
They do their own division.
should.
My
their
thing
own
is
division.
like, I'm 30 years old. Like, if first of all, I'm not gonna tell you my body count.
At this point, we
but
shouldn't
if
be worried about
if
numbers.
someone comes from like, yes, I'm saying that's true. But if someone comes from my past with some nudes or some videos, whatever, I'm gonna look at my man and be like, I had a past before you. I fucked other people before you. I dated other people before you. So I don't know what you expect. Like something like that may pop up. That's why when I start dating someone new, I tell them, listen, we just started dating, so no one knows I have somebody yet. So sometimes I might get hit up by someone from my past. I'm going to let them know I have somebody and keep it moving. But I'm just going to be open with you that there are men from my past that might pop up sometimes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do you let people search your phones?
No.
I don't really care because I don't be like I'm not slow with it. Like with technology and like I thought that I was young, but I realized that little finger tap, I sleep like a dead person. You take my finger, you're in my phone.
Does that even work?
It works. My little finger be like.
If somebody's
I should've
sleeping, you
been-
can actually use their finger.
Yo, all right, boom.
But
My
if you're
phone's locked
dating
right
someone
now.
who wants to go through your phone,
That
when you're
shit should
asleep,
read your pulse. Be like, nah, that bitch is sleeping right now.
Like this, because I like to sleep like I'm sexy and shit. You take my phone, you like this, you swipe it.
Yo,
up
that phone
my
should
thumb.
be smart enough to
You
know you're
swipe it up
sleeping.
my thumb. It's like it's open. Like
I'm gonna need them to upgrade that. That phone needs to know you're
Well,
sleeping.
my thing is,
that's why it's a face thing now, and it's even worse.
Oh, no,
You
I have
sleep
that on
it,
my
bang.
phone.
It's over.
The
Oh, you have
face
to have your eyes
recognition.
open. You have to have your iris
Exactly.
showing. Yeah.
Oh, lit.
No,
That's
but what I'm
what's up.
saying is if you're dating someone who wants to open your phone and sneaky like that while you're sleeping, like I don't want to be with you anyway, to be honest.
We
'Cause
gonna say
then-
that, but then
No, I've never done that, but that tells me you're suspicious that I'm hiding something or like I
you
got
don't want to
something
be with me
going
because
on.
I'm suspicious of you. That's
Yeah, you should.
Okay, I
have
don't want to
trust.
call it suspicious. You know what I'm gonna call it? They have trust issues.
We all have trust issues. We're all
So,
broken.
But I would never go through my man's
I'm
phone.
definitely not going to date someone that is that a requirement? Like I need to be able to go to through your phone whenever I feel like it.
No, I should
If-
be secure enough.
No, I'm
in the
just saying
relationship.
if a man was to say
Okay.
that, then I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, no, we're not doing this.
I
Yeah.
think what happens is you set the tone in the beginning of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is you come into a relationship or friendship, because believe it or not, your friends will go through your phone. I'm like, damn.
She took a breath.
I do have some friends that like to
They
prank.
nosy.
They like to use my phone to text other
They're
people.
freaking nosy, but they,
So-
they use any tactic.
You
to
never
be
know. They
nosy.
might go through your photos real quick. You never know.
So,
So you better have it in that hidden locked folder.
I had that.
No, I have that. That's why it's
So,
there.
yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is you can go through that and you say that you're not going to deal with it and you're already in love and this person got this new. The thing about you're a human, you're going to change throughout the rest of your life. You're not going to stay the same. So you don't
Look at
know
me.
how you're going to be later or how your spouse is going to be later. Sometimes you probably never even notice that your phone was always unlocked and all of a sudden you want to lock it now. Maybe you want to propose to the person you with, but now you got to lock it because you got to keep secrets because now you texting their friends and you're setting this up. Now you look suspicious. Now this person's jealousy side might come out. I'm just giving you scenarios. It's not necessarily like, yo, I'm insecure. I need to go through your phone.
But like you said, you set the tone at the beginning of the relationship.
Right.
So if you let them do it at the beginning of the relationship, you can't just then mid-relationship be like, oh, nah, you can't go through it now.
Well, you got to bop them on the head like Will did
So,
Jada.
so you set the tone for the beginning. So if it's gonna be no, we're not gonna check each other's phones. That gotta be the rule from the beginning. I don't feel like you can switch it
I
mid
think there should be
relationship.
privacy
I feel like
in
rules should be
relationship.
are meant to
I
be
like my
broken.
privacy
Yeah.
Everything has an exception.
because you know what happens. Like you said, everything has an exception. but
Sometimes
you
people get too
know-
comfortable looking through your shit. And I'm like, oh, hey, listen, I need some kind of like wall.
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
But some relationships don't have boundaries. And then some
not me.
women, I have had friends and they're like going through their man's phone and when they do it to them, like, yo, he's always going through my phone. Are you telling me when you go through his too? Because you ain't telling me that part. You're telling me he's insecure, but you're not telling me about
But that's
your
what I'm
part.
trying to say. So when that woman goes through that man's phone,
Mm-hmm.
two things are gonna happen.
She's not going
She's
to leave.
either going to find something
Uh-huh.
that she's not gonna like, or you're not gonna find anything, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, good.
Or you're going to really try to find something
But when you
where it's nothing.
no, but when you do find something, whatever it is, now you gotta either address it or just be mad.
Well, here's the thing. a long time ago, I used to never go through a guy's phone. So I'm not taking up for the women that go through phones, but I know what brought me to that stage. So I'm gonna give my story really quick in little dots. So I never went through his phone. He was comfortable. That's why he didn't have a lock on his phone, obviously, because he's dealing with a girl who doesn't go through his phone. Happens one day, I guess, during his escapade of cheatings. I've never even noticed because I never even look at that phone as something I need to worry about. I figured you show everything here. I think I'm studying you, which I should have been studying myself, but I was studying him. So I was like, you cannot mess me up with that. I'm going to know you. So yes, he was giving little hints that something was a little off, but I had no evidence. One morning, I went to take the phone, and a good morning, babe text pop up. I'm your only fucking babe. Your mom came crazy.
You're like, who's calling you, babe?
I'm not even asking that. So I go through the phone because there's no reason for it to be a lock. I didn't even assume that he did or did not have a lock. I know I never went through this guy's phone, so he's not going to really, why would he do it? And he really didn't do it. So I went, and I'm like, oh, he's got I love yous, and he got a whole nother relationship.
Wow, yeah.
So, of course, I'm crushed in that moment, but I asked myself, yo, I got to be ready to leave.
But that's what I'm
Reality
saying.
set it instantly.
You got to be ready. When you find something, it's like, okay, you're going to find it, and it's like, all right, I got to be ready to go. Or what? You going to stay?
I mean, I was ready to
And
leave,
he's
but
just
I
gonna
didn't
do it
stay
again.
on. I could admit I played a fool at one point. I mean, obviously that's why I'm a little wiser now. But in that day I left, I was like, yo, I was calm about it. I mean, I asked who she was, but I already know the answer, and his face told me everything I needed to know.
Okay, yeah.
So
I have
your phone
no.
is
I have
bad,
a story now. You just reminded me. I actually did do it one time. Okay. All right. So I was
The
dating this
exception.
guy, and we were kind of good, but we had an incident. I remember one time where this girl came in and we were eating at a restaurant, and she came in oh fuck, you trying to pretend like you don't know me, blah blah blah. So it was some girl, right, that we kept having problems with throughout the relationship. She would just pop
the
up
same
randomly.
person keeps showing
Yeah.
up.
So, mind you, we're sitting on the couch watching TV one day, and I'm talking to him, and he's, ignoring me. He's snapping at me. He's doing all the things that, are telltale signs that, you're paying attention to someone else, and you're just aggravated with me. So, he's, all in his phone, and he's like, I'm going to go take a shower because we were not going to hang out later that day. He had plans to go do something with friends, right? So, I'm like, okay. So he puts his phone down next to me. Mind you, I'd never go through the phone. I don't know if he played me for a fool or what. So he went to take a shower, and I'm like, all right. So I hear the phone going off, but you can't see it on his home screen. He has to set up that way.
Smart guy, I like him.
He wasn't so smart, though, because he had a password on his phone, and the first thing that I tried was his password.
Well, because you know him, that's not his fault that you over there studying him when he's studying himself.
But it was like his music name or whatever.
Okay.
So
You think men are smart enough that he planted there on purpose? Because men don't like to break up with women. You think he planted it there fuck it, I'm gonna let her find that shit and she gonna break up with me. Men
be
don't
right.
like to break up with women.
Thank you.
Okay, so you
might
think he
be right.
planted it there fuck it, I'm gonna let her get mad at me and break up with me?
he always left his phone around. He was always really whatever with it because he never suspected
Because if
that I
you
would do
found
it.
it, you found it. If you didn't, you didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's just, sometimes people.
So I was gone before he got out the shower. I saw all the text messages when I opened it. It was oh, I'm at the bar down the street, blah, 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 blah. He was obviously going to meet her. He's like, I miss you, love you, all that stuff.
Well, let me not hold you up from
And,
your girl.
I was like,
So the common
so I wrote a
thing
note.
that
I
you
was
guys
fucked up, you fucked up, and I left. And then pretty soon he was chasing me to the bus stop. It's a whole nother story. But
So the common thing that both those stories has is that was that one time that you decided to check. So that's what I'm saying. Those people that
'Cause they had a
check
reason
all
to.
the time, all the
They
time,
have a
all
problem
the
with
time.
themselves.
So what I'm saying is every week you're gonna be getting ready, I guess, to either fight with this person because they're gonna have to explain everything. You're gonna be like, "Who's that? What's that? Why you said that? Why they sent that?"
That's so
I don't
much.
got time for
That's
that.
a
Yo,
lot.
that's that's a big headache. And not to mention, it was a headache for me to go through the phone and see those things. It was a headache for me to address them.
Hell
my
yeah.
thoughts were all scrambled. My emotions was somewhere else.
My heart was beating
But I
fast.
literally felt like all men of I'm sorry, Dad, but I feel like all men are like my dad. They don't want to be with one woman. They get old and they want to give you the haggard out years. I don't want your saggy balls. I want young balls. I mean, or it could be saggy, but let it be. I want it. You better be able to.
She's like, "I want you at your best, not when you're fucking 50."
Yeah, and you're like,
50
you
doesn't
don't
mean
have
you're
the
not at your
energy
best.
anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm joking because 50 is when
50,
people
they
tend
be
to go
looking
on their
good.
midlife crisis
Yeah.
and they want to
Be at
switch
the
you for the
gym.
younger woman.
And that's why they want him, because they ready to settle down. So okay, so now we're not going through anybody's phone. We're not doing that, right? I mean, you should tell women not to go through guys' phones.
I feel like we had a reason to do it. Like we saw evidence. Like
What did you learn from it though?
what did I learn from it?
Because you said you don't go through phones anymore, and I clearly don't do it anymore.
Well, I just generally never did. I learned that I should trust my gut when I don't trust somebody in a relationship. Because that's what I'm saying. It has to be built on some kind of foundation of trust. And I really didn't feel I had that with him. So I felt like it was coming. Like something like that was going to happen, or like I was going to eventually do something like that, like find out some shit.
Right.
So I didn't trust my gut. I just kept on ignoring it. Like, no, it'll be fine. I'm just like being paranoid.
Yeah, that's the thing. We shouldn't like
I feel
ignore the gut feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those are probably more accurate.
You always want to for the sake of the relationship. But it's like, for what? So I can stay around and be played? No, I'm good.
Well, I learned from that situation for me, like, I'm going to study myself so much that if this shit ever happens again, because it's going to happen, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is I'm going to realize how I feel and everything, because there were so many sides within myself. I didn't even need any signs from the guy. I needed signs from his family. His family gave so many flashing lights. You can't even front. Like, some people get so mad when the sisters and the mother, and they're not telling you because that's their family. Their loyalty is with that person.
That's absolutely
And I'm okay with that. But, I deleted the whole family off Instagram. I'm not playing with that. All of y'all not on my team, so y'all go that way. But for me at the time, like, I learned in that moment, why are you not studying Shu? Like, why is it not all about you? When you all about you, the reason he probably on the next shorty is because she's all about her. She's okay with you having your woman because she's still all about her. But I don't really need to do what she's doing. I'm saying for everyone else, like, you make the world a better place when you know who you are. Like, people like to identify themselves through the opinions of others. Like, submerge yourself in who you are, and I feel like you're going to find a whole lot out what you don't like, what you do like, what you want to eat for dinner. When a guy be like, what you want to eat? I want some.
I feel like, when you're secure in yourself, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna be so aware and like of when something shifts in the relationship, because you know yourself so well that when he shifts something, you're gonna be like, all right, something's changing, and you're gonna know when to then bring up like, yo, what's going on? Let's talk about it. Whatever. Instead of you having to like, fuck, I don't know myself. I don't know what's going on. Is it me? Is it him? Now you gotta go through the phone because you're not sure.
Yeah.
But when you know for sure who you are, like you're saying, then you're not gonna have those questions.
You're gonna be so sure. And then when you walk away, I feel like another thing I like that my mother wasn't really there for me a lot, but one thing she's taught me from example. She know how to leave a man. She know how to leave a man.
She be like, she leave him.
Thank you.
She's
like
so
many.
You can bounce. She don't necessarily like, okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna keep it rolling.
No.
Like Tina, like I'm gonna fuck 30 niggas. I ain't doing that. But like, what I'm saying is, she knows like there's a time to be a lady and know how to respectfully excuse yourself out the relationship.
Exactly.
Because you definitely deserve better. And
I don't know how many people, men and women, I see just like hanging on to relationships by a thread. I'm like, what are you doing? For what? For like
their life.
Some people do it, let's say if they have kids and stuff like that.
I think
but that's unhealthy for the children, because if the parents aren't happy, it's going to reflect on the children. In my opinion, I don't have kids, so maybe you can speak on that. Maybe you can speak on that because
No, because I was going to say that's another like topic.
Yeah.
But when two people are not single, there's no kids in between, nothing like that. It's like, why can't you just decide to go separate ways? Have the conversation. I'm not saying play her, play him. Have the conversation like, all right, this ain't working out for X, Y, Z.
I really think.
And separate.
I've been there, so I'm going to say for me, I'm not going to speak for all women. I'm going to say for me, what happened is I identified myself through his eyes. So once he leaves me, I'm scattering, trying to find Shu. And it's just like, he took me with him. Now who the hell am I?
Yeah, because now you're
I don't like everything that he liked. I started to like about myself. But when I started to realize, like, even for me being loud, like a lot of people don't like that I'm loud. She's too loud. I can't take it. I'm just not for you. This ain't where. This is not.
That's 100% because I'm not gonna change that.
I'm not. I can't even change that because there are times where I'm just silent. It scares people because my silence is louder than anything you've ever heard come out of my mouth.
Because that's what's gonna happen. One minute, let's say you're chatty and you're talking, and people are like, "Oh, I like that," and then the minute you get quiet, it's like, "Yo, why are you so quiet?" Like, I don't understand.
They think you're studying.
Yeah,
and they're afraid that you'll figure them out.
They're uncomfortable.
They do.
They're uncomfortable. They're like,
That's not even what I'm at. I'm over here studying me and how I feel in this moment and learning if this is where I want to ever be again.
Or what about when a man don't like it, like, because sometimes we do want to turn into that person that the man likes. So we start acting different, you talk different, your posture, everything's different.
Yep.
And then you get around your friends and you're a little more relaxed and you're laughing a little louder. And he's like, yo, how come you laugh with them? You don't laugh with me like that.
Or your
and
friends
it's like,
notice.
I've been guilty of that before just because, like,
time and place.
I don't think that I picked the right person, to be honest. How they just dropped mad stuff and then didn't pick it up. I got distracted.
I'm like, yo, I thought you was talking about in your conversation.
No, I like
you
look
dropped
at
mad stuff and you didn't pick it up.
was it money though?
I was like, what's that?
She's like, ooh, what's that?
It looks like suavecito.
Oh, what happened?
No, so no, like a lot of people, they like you said, identify through the man. So whenever they leave, it's like
The identity leaves.
Yeah, exactly. And then when they're around their friends, they're like people they've already known for a long time or whatever, so they feel comfortable around them. I feel like sometimes when a woman changes for a man, she's like almost like afraid to be herself. If I start to feel like that,
friends, though, I want to put that out there.
huh?
I've changed in the past for friends, and I learned how to be.
For friends as well.
Yeah,
well,
I'll
that's
touch on
learning
that
how to
later,
be a
though.
better friend and keeping someone in your life because like that's no, that's not why.
Not for like.
Oh.
All right, because if I'm dating you and if you're my friend, but we said this in the first podcast. We're a little bit different with that. I put them on the same pedestal because here's the thing: you both can
The
leave.
same or higher? Because I remember you said
I said a fork in the road, but you're both lifted up because you're both my decision, my choice.
Mm-hmm.
I choose you as a friend. I freaking love you. I clearly need y'all to get along. But if you don't, I'll keep you apart and still have you both.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm not saying there should be change when you're around friends or
change
relationship because they might bring out the best in you or whatever. But I'm saying when it comes to the point where then you can't, when you're around like other people, they're questioning and going, yo, how come you're laughing so much with them?
that
It's
I
like
don't
you gotta
like,
kind of, you
and
know, be like, what's going on here?
that I don't like.
maybe
Because,
maybe they make me feel comfortable,
if you're more comfortable with your friends than your man, or the opposite?
or either way.
Because you're saying like, oh, you laugh more with your friends or whatever. I don't know. I feel like
I'm just saying,
when I'm in
a person
position
that's
like
gonna
that,
question everything, like,
it makes me uncomfortable if I'm with someone I can't really be myself
That's
around
what
like
I'm
my
saying.
friends. Like I really have
like then you
Yeah,
turn
like-
into this like little trained
Like,
like
I'm very
robot
silly.
or whatever.
I'm
and you
very
gotta,
silly. I'm very like I make sexual jokes, inappropriate jokes. I'm not always just like, oh, cutesy, like whatever. And I'm like that
You
with
look
my
cute
friends.
today.
I'm like, thank you. She keep complimenting me today. Yeah. So if I can't be myself with someone, like it'll start off being okay, but after a while, I think it'll bother me
I think it does.
in the long run. Yeah.
What about
I'm
with a
saying that
friend,
might
though?
split the relationship.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Like with your friend, because for me, for certain friends, they don't do certain things. Like, I'm not gonna, me personally, all my friends is jambalaya. I'm putting y'all all together, y'all gumbo. That's it, because you're gonna learn to get along because your main denominator is me. I hate when my friends ask me who's coming when I invite you out. You don't know them. Get it out your head. You're here for me. Keep the focus here, please.
Yeah, I don't
Like I invited you,
Trust that I make
you're
good
here
decisions.
for me.
Did I not choose you as a friend? Do you not think great of yourself? Why do you not trust that same?
Yeah.
And if
that
you
same
really
energy?
don't feel comfortable, you're always free to excuse yourself and
Absolutely.
leave.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna care.
It's like I'm not holding you hostage.
I'm like, bye. You can't deal with it. It's fine. I had friends. I invited them out for my birthday. Who's coming? None of your business. You need to be there for me. You're my friend.
Thank you.
Just show up for me.
That's
and
it.
even if you don't get along,
And try
with
your
them,
hardest to get along.
Try your hardest.
And if you really
Yeah.
can't, just be like, okay, sorry guys,
Even if
the
my
night
friend
ends for
tells
me.
Yo, one of your friends, and they'll say things that are. And I'm the type of person. I'm a people person. So even though I hate people, it's weird. I'll explain that later. But
I'm here with you. I'm here.
I relate to people.
Y'all have layers.
I'm like,
I
I don't like
relate
them.
to different
But I
types
do
of
like people.
So like my friends might say something like, nah, she's just so loud. I'm giving an example. I'm very loud. What are you talking about? Yeah, but it's different. How is it different? You're more accepting of my loudness than hers.
Yeah, it's like give them a
Like,
chance.
Yeah, you missing out on a dope person. 'Cause clearly I'm friends with them because they're dope.
And I'm not asking you to be best friends with them. I'm just saying, for the moment, for this
For
event
gathering.
right now, just put up with
You
each other.
do know if I get married to somebody, both y'all gonna be at my wedding. You'll be friends now.
They want to be your one and only.
And that's the thing. Girls and guys, they don't realize they have friends like that. Because I see a lot of guys, they'll like
I can't handle
feeling
that.
a chick. And I have male friends, and they tell me stories about their other friends, and they not even noticing this. But as they're telling me, I'm telling them like, your friend wants to be the number one thing in your
Yeah,
life.
and they tend to then control your life.
Because he doesn't like men, but you got this girl, and they're like, yeah, you always with her. Like, no, bro, I gotta make time for a job, myself, you, her, my family.
It's a lot. That's
Yeah.
why a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have
splitting
time for a relationship because they have so much other stuff going on. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like people prioritize what they want to. Like, if you want to make time for somebody, you make time for them.
I
Unless
I
you're
kinda
like-
disagree. I really can't make time for people. Like,
But that's a choice, right?
My pie chart is like 50% is shoe. I'm studying
Because you're choosing to take the time for yourself,
I guess I'm
which
sorry
you
for
have
all
every
those-
right to. You have every right to. I'm just saying, like, the people who say that they don't have time are doing that by choice. They haven't met someone who they like are so okay with sharing their time with that they give some of it up to them. Like, it's about prioritizing what you want in your life.
But then that's the thing, you're feeding your wants. What about your needs? Because there's a pie chart for a reason, right? So I mean, clearly I'm only feeding me, all of me.
There's
right
priorities. You're not gonna neglect.
Now. I'm not neglecting.
I'm not
myself.
about
If
to
you know
not
who
go to
you
work
are.
because I'm about to see this dude.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I still gotta go to work.
But would you call
Catch
that,
you
like,
later.
Would you call that like once in your relationship? Say, oh my god, like, you know
I mean, if
what?
you're really in a
Hell
relationship.
yeah.
both.
Hell yeah. I'm going to call
Would
that
you
one
call that
day.
for a friend? Because it's still.
But like, if
money
he has a night
losing.
job and whatever, or you know, like, this is not something that's gonna be realistic. You can't be calling that off of work all the time
Clearly
you
not.
because you can only see him like during the day.
I don't call out of work for no one. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Just hope somebody
I'm like, your
calls
money, your
I
rent still
have-
gotta get paid.
I have.
Of course, there's always the exception. Like, all right, yeah.
You have. That's fine.
He might
You
roll
do your
over and be
thing.
like, babe, don't go to work today.
Sometimes you
You're
just
like,
want to stay in
okay.
bed. It just happens.
All right, back to the topic real quick. So wholeness can be deleted. Are we yes, no, or we it's in the
I don't
air?
think it-
We waiting for a man to give us
I
an
want to
opinion.
call it, I want to say your wholeness can be the. First of all, who labels people hoes? Like, what
It's
makes
just
you
a
a
personal
hoe? I
opinion
don't
from
know.
everybody, and that's why it
So that's
shouldn't
why I'm
matter.
like, yeah, your wholeness can be deleted. Because the minute you decide you don't want to sleep around anymore,
Yo,
and
they
you're
wanna
getting ready to
shame you.
settle down,
They want to shame you into being.
because once you get married, you're not a hoe anymore.
Really?
I don't think it
You
could be
just a married hoe. What you talking about?
No, because you're not. You're no
You
longer
bugging.
sleeping around with other people.
You a
If you're gonna be-
married hoe.
My thing is
Why
that
they wiped you? They took you off the
If
block
you
and
get
was
into
all
a
using
monogamous
her.
relationship, you're no longer a hoe. You
No.
retired. You hung up your boots.
You a married Sakambaka. Like, I use my own.
You
Like,
hung up the outfit. You're
Some
done.
dude took you
Retired.
off the
Can
streets.
okay, not delete. Can we retire? Can we retire our
retired
wholeness?
hoes.
Can we
I like
retire the
that.
wholeness?
I'm a retire. I'm not me, but I'm a retire.
can't delete, you can dilute.
Dilute?
Yep.
Because I don't expect a woman to act the same
If
10
it
years
tapers
later.
off, you know, little by little, you're just like, okay, I was a hoe, but now it's like, oh.
Yeah, I don't expect my friends to be the same person from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Some
So I would never run into a dude that tells me, "Yo, I think your friend is bad," and I'm gonna be like, I remember 10 years ago when we were out clubbing, she was a hoe. Nah, she's a hoe. I would never do that.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
exactly,
I'd be like, yo, she's a changed woman. Okay, go ahead, yeah,
You're
talk
gonna
to
think
her.
of how she acted recently.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
like, she's shown good signs lately.
I'm glad that you do that. A lot of women, and they don't.
Am I really gonna talk about your like,
Now girls do
Some
that to
do.
each other.
yo, don't talk to her, she used to be a
They get it in
hoe.
their head one time what you are, and that's all they
I
know.
feel like that's what I'm saying. I feel like dudes do that.
That's because
Yeah.
people try to. I can't say this word. Compartmentalize. I can't say that word.
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, people like to do that, and they like to put people in these different.
Oh,
boxes
little
really
boxes.
fast because you meet so. If you live in a city life,
Damn.
you
Yeah.
wanna put them
Quick
in a box
judgment.
so
It's like once you
fast.
put them in that box, they can't leave the motherfucking box.
They're like, oh.
But if you live in a country, you might have time. You that old lady in the window, like I want to see what Stacy doing. She being a hoe, like she got every different dude.
Because that's what I'm saying. If you're not showing me hoe tendencies anymore,
Whole
Yeah.
tendencies.
so then, so then I'm gonna be like, oh
Hoe
yeah, you could
tendencies.
talk to her. She's good. She got a job. This, that. Yeah, she got her
She's so
shit.
good at
really
job.
thinking.
Look at me. I'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah, she got her life together. She got her shit together. She
But like
doing,
what- okay.
she going places.
like for example, like if you looking for, like if you know your friend's looking for love, right? But in the meantime, she's just having fun. Like, do you consider that a hoe?
You going through a whole phase. Yes.
AKA me.
I'm sorry, you a hoe. That's
I
a
don't-
hoe. If you
I don't
No, no,
know.
like-
what I'm saying, like,
Here's
I
my
don't
thing.
judge. I'd be like, yo, do you?
I'm not
Exactly.
judging.
You're going
No,
through
that's the
your.
thing.
Would I
It's
be like,
like
I'm not drinking
when-
off your cop? of your cup, like maybe I don't know, but
The thing is that you go through your period of that stage in your life where it's like, all right, you're doing your thing, whatever makes
That's
you
the
happy.
thing. When I actually do get in a relationship, I'm mad faithful. I don't look at nobody. I don't
Exactly.
answer none of the texts from my little whatevers I got.
are you
Like
programmed that way, or that person made you that way?
that
Because-
person made me that way.
Okay,
Because I'll
if
tell you
you're
why. I'll tell you
programmed
why.
That way,
I'll tell you why.
Deprogram.
Because like you, I love my alone time. I love spending time with myself. And
She's like
love-
party
I
over
like,
here.
I like having my freedom to talk to whoever I want to talk to. Not saying I fuck all of them, but you know, I talk to
definitely
people.
Talk. That does
You know
not
what
make
I'm
you a
saying?
hoe talking.
That's what I'm saying. So for someone to come along and take me off the market, they gotta take me off the market to where I don't want to be tempted to talk to nobody.
That's
And
a lot
that's
of
saying
work.
something.
You're
That's
right.
saying something.
Talking to someone doesn't make you a hoe, but what I'm saying from the little naked eye, the people's eye that's
Of
watching,
course.
they're like, oh, she be talking to a different dude every fucking week.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
a hoe.
Those
If
people,
you-
I don't care. Like
If you
y'all that
identify
really know
yourself
me.
through those people's eyes, if your opinion of yourself only matters through what other people say about you, that's sad and pathetic. But
Right.
I'm judging.
No, you don't have to care. But like I said, but when somebody might be like, yo, what about Shu? What do you know about her? Like, yo, I really like
hope
her.
y'all saying
That's
good
what I'm
things about
saying.
me.
If somebody be like, well, I'm used to seeing her every week with a different dude,
So they're asking
and
the
they're gonna
opinion of
label you a
someone who
hoe and be like,
doesn't
nah,
fuck
don't
with you.
talk to her. She's a hoe. I'm like, yo, that's fucked up.
So they're getting opinions of people who don't matter to you. Why would you?
Yeah.
Why,
Like, that's
why
fucked
the
up.
fuck were they
But
doing
then
that?
I know some guys because I've had
And I just find
luxury.
that men do it more than women do it.
yes.
That's
What,
all I'm
checking up,
saying.
Men are very
checking on the whole
insecure.
status.
That's
or
all I'm
something?
saying.
Oh yeah, of course.
They love to give
Of
the,
course.
they like to put you in the box, like you said. and
Women
be
don't
like,
care because we know.
No,
like,
I care.
Huh?
I care because
To a point.
I know I care because if I'm dating a guy and I don't want everyone to know what penis I'm dealing with, I really feel a way about that. Like,
Yeah, I
yo,
don't like them to
so
have connections with my friends.
guys be
I like
thinking that. Like, yo, you the man. Like, I'm so embarrassed to walk down the street with you because everybody done seen your penis. Like, everybody just knows what I'm working with.
Wait, you mean if
Like,
you know he's been working the block,
you
and you're like, I don't want
Okay,
to.
I would care about that. I would care about
just
Wait,
that.
you cool with the community dick?
Nah,
No,
I don't want
no.
that.
You
dude.
want the community dick?
I don't want the retired hoe.
You
guy.
want,
And I know that's
yeah,
why
you
they
want the
don't
retired hoe
The retired hoe should link up.
that
and be
all
together.
your friends been talking
Yeah.
about.
Y'all be trying to hook hoes up with each other.
It's
Just
hard.
keep the
How
hoes
you
together.
know? How you know they're retired? That's
Together.
hard. That's hard.
Because like I really feel like when you sleep with somebody, you give them a part of you that you can never get back, and it has nothing to do with identifying yourself. That's literally like a spiritual thing for me. Like I was
Nah, I don't want the
taught that.
community dick. You're right about that.
I was taught that, but I believe.
Better keep that shit on
also.
the down low. I better not hear about
Yeah, I
it.
don't want every girl could be like, she messing with Traquan, and we already know he got big and a small head. Like, I don't need y'all to know all of
That
that.
is
That's
why
just
I
too
don't
much.
like my man to know my friends first. Because you just never know.
Oh, meet them through your friends because you
Yeah.
don't really know what's happening.
I don't know what's going on.
Because they
there.
could just be keeping it
or
on the
even
down low.
acquaintances.
All right.
No, but it's, I'm
They could be
saying,
keeping
like,
it on the real down low.
I'm not
Okay.
saying it can't happen.
But-
Right? I'm not saying I'm not open to it. But typically, I like to meet him on my own.
Yes, me too.
Typically.
Let him be my hoe and my hoe
Yeah,
only.
Rare occasion.
He my hoe.
Because
Nobody
then
knows.
I'll never have to hear any opinions. We talked about this before. No opinions about them. Like I can form my own.
But that's why I don't want my friends to really give me a description of like whatever the guy they talking to right now. Like, yo, he got a big dick. Like, I don't want to hear that, girl.
Yeah.
I don't want to know about what your man working with.
Oh, man,
That's
you
for
don't even
you
need to
and
know
you
that.
only.
Sometimes
I'm
I'm
just
proud
saying.
though. Sometimes I'm happy. I want to
You
talk
might
about
be
it.
too happy
She be
prematurely.
like, let me tell you what I fished up out of the sea.
You might be too happy prematurely because what will happen is, what if that's the guy you marry? Now,
Yeah,
I've been
you're
in
not gonna want me to
situations-
know
I've
that.
You
been-
know I married that big dick. That's the.
You want me to know that? Because I'm one day,
I
I'm
don't
like,
care.
let me go try that big dick Anna was talking about.
and let me tell you. And
I may go through my whole
Wait.
face later. I may go through my whole face
Wait.
later.
Wait. If you go through your whole phase and you get my man, like Shu said, thank you because you showed me that he's gonna cheat
she's
on
so
me and I
funny.
don't need to be married with him anyway. Why you
Yo.
wait? Let me speak.
Don't you want to be married though?
Let me speak though. Let me speak. If you fuck my man, you did me a favor because now I'm gonna divorce him.
I wouldn't do that.
I know you wouldn't, but I'm saying.
I'm just saying,
God.
right?
Fuck my man, she fuck my man, she fuck my man. Hey,
She'll
hey,
be
hey,
like,
hey.
thank you.
Thanks for sucking his dick.
Thank you. I'm going to
No,
leave now.
I ain't gonna thank you, but I ain't gonna be with him either.
You gonna delete the friend too? Or you gonna still be friends with that friend?
Yeah, I'm gonna delete the friend too.
You deleting both of them?
Yeah.
Garbage?
You lose
Yeah,
2 friendships.
you
You're gonna leave 2 friendships?
You gotta leave. You gotta have one whole friend, because if she gonna listen, some guys like
No, but
gotta see if he
you
gonna
know that's
tell
my
you.
man. Fuck that. That's betrayal in my eyes.
it is
That's
betrayal.
it.
But now you feel it from
I can't be with a friend that who betrays me.
you invite her to the cookout.
Now that's
but you
just
don't invite her
advice.
to the
That's
wedding.
just things I've heard in the past, which is true. I'm like, don't tell nobody what you got at home, okay? You don't want
But,
little
like,
people
I
on
know
the
you
side
are
getting
Lenny, right?
curious.
She did that at 16.
But I know you are Lenny, right? I know you're not gonna try to fuck my man, right?
I'm gonna try to fuck him, but I might tell Shu about him. I'm like, yo, I understand her man got a big dick.
I
You
don't
should go
wanna
find out
know
for the both of us.
that.
Come back with a full report of what's going on in that household. I'm
Hey,
joking.
listen,
I don't
I'm not
like
gonna
weighing in
broadcast
life.
it to the world. There's like a select, very tiny few people that I will even make remarks
What if
like
you
that
get me
for.
so upset we're not friends anymore, and then I go spread your business in the street?
What? That I'm fucking a big dick? Good for me.
I'm gonna
But
go
what if-
tell
but what if you guys want a
the
little
neighborhood hoe to go.
If I'm messing with a little penis, that's my business. Good for me.
You never gonna brag about the little
proud.
penis though, right?
I be
Hell
bragging
no.
about the little
You see, that's
penis.
fucked up.
I be bragging
Little
about
penis
sorry,
need
little
love
penis.
too.
Mad.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
be like, yo, that guy, he's
So when she tells me she gets married to a dude, when she tells me she met her husband, her future husband, and she don't brag about the dick, I'm gonna automatically know he got a little penis.
Maybe I'll brag about the head. Maybe he gives me head real nice. I had that one time.
you compromising though. I like
Yeah,
you.
no, because I had an ex. My
Can't
first, my
fuck very well, but
I'm just saying.
that, you gotta do one or the other. Cause like I had an ex like
You definitely
that.
gotta do one of
I had an
them.
ex like that. He wasn't that big, but he always knew when we had sex. He went down to me first.
I'm
Boom.
just saying, Adam, when it
I got
comes,
mines.
when you hit that point in your life where you want to start being discreet,
Yeah.
we're gonna be like, we know what's up. We know why she being so like
So sex is very
discreet.
important in relationships. I'm learning this. Yo, sex to me isn't that important, but I'm learning. Maybe it is.
Sex and money.
Yo,
What?
Really?
Yeah.
2 reasons why people get divorced.
Money?
Money.
Money?
Yeah, money's number one.
They keep them because
No, money problems.
Money
say.
problems
money
and sex
issues,
problems.
and sex.
Cause a girl starts fucking you better than your wife, or your wife's not giving it to you.
Or she not
anymore.
giving it to you. You
A
sleep in
fucked up
separate
type
bedrooms.
Of guy, a fucked up
But
type of guy would be like,
Every
eh.
relationship to me gets boring at some point. Even your friendships.
I have a
But
fear
that's when
about
you have to
that.
like, you know.
I have a fear about that.
You have a fear.
Okay,
So
but
do
you
have
can
a back-
always. I feel like that's when the conversation needs to be had, and you can always like rekindle that. And
I would hope that I will end up with some. I'm gonna make sure I end up with something. Let me
You know how
rephrase
to
that.
do that? Be
Make
equally
sure with someone. Yeah.
and that y'all can
Plug.
always spice it back up.
Episode 2 plug.
Which then brings us to like exactly like people be in a relationship for so long and they don't even want to
tolerate
take
each other.
they partner out on a date or some shit, or like you're married and you don't think
Communication is
like you need to have
so
date night.
fucking important. It's the most important fucking thing. It's so underrated. Communication. Because no matter what goes wrong,
I
if
don't
y'all
know
can
why
talk
it's
about
underrated.
it.
We know it's important.
Yeah, but people don't fucking do it. They're like, oh, I have this problem in my relationship. Okay, did you talk about it?
No.
Because like, what? That's the first thing you need
Yeah.
to fucking try to do.
They'll be like, I don't wanna
get
hear
so
it, blah, blah,
frustrated
blah.
with people. I get so frustrated. If you try and it's still not working, then you gotta do something. If the talk is not working, do an action, because
Yeah, because sometimes talk
you're
is
gonna
cheap.
stand still.
Sometimes talk is cheap.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to hear like I love you no more. You're like, yo, you're not even showing it no more. I need to see it. You need to take
But
me
you have
out.
to start by
you need
telling
to
them.
romance me a little
You have
bit.
to start by telling them.
No, but I'm just saying,
That's-
like, because men be like, oh, but I tell her all the time. Your actions need to match.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
but as women too, your actions need to match.
Yeah.
You need to, like, sometimes if your man is not showing you all that you want to see, sometimes show him how to treat you. First of all, that's why I've
Yeah,
always been taught
I
how
agree
you treat
that.
yourself as a woman. I don't even think guys go into relationships with insecure women and try to marry them because, yo, you're not ready yet. You're not quite right. Because
Men love security. Like girls
because
that are
it
insecure
shows
themselves,
them.
they love that shit. Unless
No.
they're an asshole.
I was about to say, it depends on their
Unless they're an
own
asshole, then they want that.
personality.
you're never gonna love the person that you're with more than you love yourself. Even if you're sleeping and you think you love them more at the moment, at some point you wake up, you're out that trance, you're like, hold up, fuck up. But you don't want to wake up and realize that the person you've been in a relationship has been belittling you or putting you down to keep you around. And now what happens is sometimes that's why Neo had that song, I'm gonna love you till you love yourself, because some people don't know how to do that. It's really a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a challenge, but
I struggle with that still, to be honest.
I mean, loving yourself is a journey. I don't understand why people make it seem like it's this destination thing. It's not. It doesn't come like that. It's a journey and it continues to flow like a river. Sometimes the river runs dry. So when I put myself down, I'm going to need y'all to let me put myself down, because that's going to make me build myself up. Because if I say, shoot, you getting fat, Let me call me fat. Like, yo, I don't need you to call me fat too. Let me do that.
Like, I already call myself fat. You ain't gotta add to it.
Oh, you're not fat. Don't say that.
And then
You
out
see,
there
that's what
looking
I'm saying. I don't like when a man is scared of the
conversation. That's what
the
they're scared of.
conversation that might come from like, babe, do you think I look fat? Or like, he's like, she's getting fat and I noticed it, but I'm not gonna tell her because I don't want to deal with the consequences, right? So it's
And
like,
women
you're gonna
will
let your
spaz
woman
about
get
that
fat.
shit. They'll
Wait,
spaz.
Yeah.
you're gonna let your woman get fat and then you're gonna go cheat on her with somebody who's skinny. That's fucked up. You should have told her ass when she was fat so she could work on it.
I don't know.
Or when she-
that's
Or they
tricky.
cheat
Or
with
when-
somebody that's fat.
Or when
They
she
probably like fat.
No, that's different when they tell you, yo, you fat, and then they go cheat on you with a fat woman. But I'm talking about when your woman is legit, like, yo, babe, you think I should go work out? Babe, like, should I change my hair? Should I, whatever? And the guy thinks he's gonna say the wrong, he's afraid of like saying the wrong thing because he doesn't want confrontation. So he'll be like, nah, you're perfect the way you are. It's like, that motherfucker lying.
I've been in situations where I feel like the guy making suggestions, like, yo,
Or
don't
they'd
you
be
think
like,
you
oh,
look
let's
cute with
work out
blonde hair?
together.
No, my nigga, I'm fucking black. This shit is brown and it's never gonna
No,
get
but
no
when
other
you
color.
are like, you're saying, when if I'm already saying, like you said, I'm already saying,
Yeah.
yo, I wanna go to the gym, I need to lose weight. I'm already saying it.
Also, he should.
So give me the motivation. Don't be like, oh nah, babe, you're perfect. Just the way you are.
you know how
Most of the time I hear like,
And
oh,
it's like,
if
no,
you-
motivate me and go, yes. Sign up
That-
to the gym, eat healthy, let's, whatever. Because
Not
you
even
already
that.
know that's what I want to do for myself.
Not even that. Even if it's passive aggressive, like, hey, if you think that's what's gonna make you happy, then do it. Like,
Yeah, but
So
you
it's
gotta,
not
you
his
gotta pick the
opinion.
right tone for that. That might go left.
but then it's like
That depends
it's
on the woman.
circumstantial at that point. I mean, like women, we know what's up with us. Like we asking the men, but we really know what's up with us.
we just want an
Sometimes
opinion.
your man is not quite sure on what you need. Sometimes you're not equally yoked because sometimes your man is gonna know, like, yo,
I'm
I
just
can't
saying.
call my newly pregnant, my just giving birth wife fat right now, baby. You just had a baby. You
Exactly,
just,
yeah.
you're everything to me. Like, you're gonna lose this weight, you lose this weight.
If you
We gonna
legit
lose
mean
together.
it, that's fine if you say it. But I'm saying if you're just pulling shit out your ass because you think that's what she wants to hear,
But I think that
I'm
for
like,
me, for the
don't
men,
give me that.
You get what you put in. As you're a man, like, yo, babe, I'm going to work out. You wanna come with me? You wanna run this track with me?
Exactly.
Yo,
Yeah.
I had a whole nother
That's
dude
passive-aggressive, like-
work out with me, and I had a whole boyfriend, and it didn't hit me till like this shit is over. I'm like, yo, I should have been with that dude. He was like working on me, everything excepting when we weren't having sex. But he literally like, yo, you wanna do this? All right, boom. You wanna go to the hair
just
salon?
saying, I'm just
I
saying.
love without
that.
my
I
weave,
love
and I'm
that.
like, yo, my boyfriend has never even seen these things.
Yeah.
And that's because like, yo, he was friend zoned, as he should have been, because he had a girlfriend of his own. But she felt the way, and I don't blame her because like, yo, your man is running the track with me. He not probably run with you because he probably think you're perfect.
let's
but-
talk about it then. Because I
What?
had that experience, what you're saying.
You did?
Well, I'm saying like as far as like you're with someone,
Mm-hmm.
and when I met them, my hair was straight, right? So they love it.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they realize
Your shit wild.
that means
Pinky?
it means that means I have to be in the salon every
Mm-hmm.
week or every other week. And you know how it is for women to go sit in the salon, like you said.
That
Your,
shit is
your
dreadful.
actual man never been sitting in a salon with you, but you got this other dude that's willing to do it. But the point is, now they realize, oh shit, it takes motherfucking 3 hours for this bitch to get her hair done. And they were like, they didn't want me in the salon for 3 hours. So they started going, oh no, I like your hair just the way it is. Leave it natural.
Your girlfriend ain't
Or
a
they didn't want to
hairdresser.
pay for it.
Understand she has to go to one.
And then exactly months down the road, because you didn't want to sacrifice those 3 hours of me sitting in the salon. 3 hours away from me is what I'm saying.
Here's the
Then
thing.
months down the line, the point I'm trying to make is now you're tired of seeing my hair curly and you don't ever get your hair done.
My hair been done. I woke up like this.
No, but you understand what I'm saying? Oh,
No,
you
I'm
never
saying,
go
you
to
gotta
the
let
salon,
them
you never
know.
get your hair done, you never get it straightened. Aren't you the same person who said,
That would piss me off.
you
'cause I
understand?
can't
That's
curl-
what I'm trying to say.
I can't curl my hair, so I'll be like, fuck you, I'm not doing it.
I mean,
No, it's different from you. I'm talking about people.
know, yeah.
Like if he meets you, if a guy meets you with like a weave, he loves the way you look, blah
we
blah
can use
blah.
the you makeup as a
Or
an
makeup, or
analogy.
makeup,
You
right?
meet you with makeup and you start wearing
Thank
makeup.
you.
You go around his friends. He like, babe, you're not gonna little eyeliner, nothing. Like,
No, like let's say
looking
he
a little
meets you with
tired.
makeup.
You laughing.
That's a good one. He meets you
No,
with
I'm
makeup.
laughing because that's so
with
true.
the men?
I'm laughing
No,
because that shit is
let me
true.
tell you something. This is what they do. They meet
I've
you.
been through
He
that.
meets you with the makeup. He likes the way you look, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't realize it takes you time to get like this, right?
Yeah.
So now when you take 2 hours to get ready, he's like, yo, nah, just leave the way you are. You look beautiful. And you
No.
and now you start going around because he
No.
keep telling you, nah, ma, you gorgeous. This is where you are. Let's go. Because he want to get out the house quick. Then a few months later, or weeks later, he's like, yo, why you don't ever get your stuff for me?
You know what?
You're not willing to wait.
You know what? Me personally, and I know what you're saying. I know the point you're trying to make. Me personally, I like to at least do the basics here. I don't always have to go like all out. But I know myself, like I'll feel good going out the house with certain things. Like I at least want to put my eyebrows on because I know they're blonde. They're fucking like invisible without anything. So like no matter what he tells me, I'm still gonna do that part. I'm not gonna let him affect my daily routine.
Yeah, but that's one part.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that they meet you a certain way, they loved it. Next thing you know, because that takes a lot of high maintenance.
That's his fucking
and
problem.
like you said, they don't want to wait for you to spend 3 hours on yourself.
That's his fucking problem.
Or they may not want to pay for these things. They realize like,
But that's
fuck,
part
this
of setting
bitch
the
costs a lot of
standard.
money.
If he knows that I take a while to get ready.
Yo, you took that out of my head. Go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay. No, I'm saying like if he knows that I take a while to get ready because I always do this, no matter what, that's my daily routine, then you gotta let me know, like, hey, you know what? I want to go out at 8 o'clock, so at 6 o'clock, I'm gonna let her know to start getting ready. If you don't, it's
But
your fault.
that
if
might
we're
cut
late.
out from the spontaneity and shit. He can't just be like, yo, babe, let's go.
Well,
Well, you better catch me when I already got my eyebrows on.
not even
Nah,
that. You could still be
I'm
spontaneous.
I'm stretching it. I'm stretching it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying
I don't
to.
take that long to
I'm
do my
trying
makeup
to-
anyway, but I get what you're saying.
But that's that. I think that comes into him loving you for who you are, and in every different shape, every different shade, makeup, lipstick, hair color. Like when a person really loves you and they're equally yoked, these little things that you're thinking is a big thing, they become so micro that you're like, yo, what was I dealing with before? So I just feel like when you're picking a friendship or dating wise, you are paying attention to these things because these little things are in the end what
That's what I'm
matters.
saying. It's gonna be a
It's all
problem
little
in the long run.
It really,
You can't be adjusting yourself like.
Or it's gonna not become a problem ever. It's gonna either go one way or the other, I feel. Like if something bothers you in the beginning, it's all about how you handle it. It's like setting the standard, whatever. Like if you get to a certain issue and you're like, this is who
but
I am, boom,
I was just
it's
trying
gonna
to tie it
eventually-
in with what you were saying,
No,
which
I
is
got you.
communication is key.
Yeah.
And we say, why don't people communicate? And I feel like a lot of the time people trying to avoid the conversation.
They don't want to get yelled at.
Yeah, they're like, I don't want to have that conversation. I don't
Or
want
they
it.
don't want to deal with your silent treatment or whatever.
they
it
don't
is
know
that
you
you
well
produce,
enough.
Or they don't know you well enough.
Because if a guy knows, look, oh, Anna like really likes to put her eyebrows on before she leaves the house because she feels like she looks like a zombie
Wouldn't that
without
be so
it.
amazing to date a person like that?
I mean, at the end of the day,
everybody
relationships
else-
are
And
work.
if I
else
tell
wants
my
to wait.
man, look, I'm not going out the house without my eyebrows because they're invisible. All right, my eyelashes too, all blonde, invisible. Like I feel better if I just put it on. Not that I think I'm like butt ass ugly without it, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? If you know that about me, don't fucking question me when I try
But
to do
social
it.
media might have something to do with it, right? Because everything on social media is instant.
What?
Even when you show a makeup tutorial, they speed it up. So it's like, nah, it took that bitch 3 hours to get that shit on.
Yo, but they be doing the most. I don't do all that. Today,
But the
baby.
dude saw the speed up version. It was like, yo, she did it in 5 minutes. How come you take it 3 hours?
I'm
I'd be like, you
don't let your
stupid.
expectations disappoint you.
So it's
You
like,
shouldn't be expecting what she's doing.
next thing you know, they cheat on you with the bitch that took 3 hours, just like you be taking 3 hours. And then reality hits. He was like, fuck, she took 3 hours just like Anna used to take 3 hours. I thought I was winning. I got
you
stuck with the
didn't.
same thing.
You didn't win.
The grass ain't always green on the other side.
Sometimes the grass on the other side is fake, so you gotta understand that.
Oh, it could be fake too.
That's your quote. That's your quote for Instagram.
But I feel like, yo,
I got that from.
I feel like they get easily fooled because, like, yeah, we're always used to looking for the instant, like, relationships take work. There's
They
no
take work.
way around
Nobody
it.
wants to
They
work
take
anymore.
work.
Self-love takes work.
It takes
Yes.
work.
Great friendship
There's
takes
no
work.
way around
Family
it.
foundation
Okay.
takes work. Whatever you
But people
want
see
to
the
put-
happy pictures.
They see the ending.
That's
they don't
all
Exactly.
See the, they don't
Yeah,
see the journey.
yeah.
And that's the thing that
It's
I have
the front.
a problem with a lot of people out there that's posting certain things. Like, please tell us Don't tell us exactly how you got there, but please tell us the trials and tribulations alongside
that went along the
everything.
way.
I respect someone so much more when they're like, yeah, we've been through a lot, but I love you. I'm like, all right, facts, all right.
Yeah, we've been through a lot because here's the thing: the magnification on cheating has become at an all-time high. Yo, your mother's been getting
It's
cheated
too
on by your father
acceptable.
forever, but the reason why you don't know nothing
That's
about
not new.
it, the reason you don't know anything about your mother cheating on your father cheating on your mother is because they made that a micro thing. It's because social media brings everything to light, like you said, and now we want to know, like, oh, so, well, hold on. So, Will and Jada, you guys cheated on each other, you're still together? Oh, wait, Barack and Michelle, y'all cheated on each other, you're still together? I'm not going to use Trump because he's probably been cheating on her.
Whatever, they still there.
Whatever. But the point is, nobody,
even think about
people
them
are
having
leaving
sex.
out...
Or Kim, you a hoe. You still got a husband. How did that happen?
You know why she still got a
So
husband?
that's what I'm saying. Why she can have a husband? Why can't any other regular chick off the street do the
Yo,
same
husband
thing?
is
she
Kanye.
knows herself, and she shows herself, and she's unshameful of herself.
Exactly. There you go. He
And her
respected it, and he
husband
took it.
Took what he saw, and
Hey.
it was easy for her because it's like
I wanted a
you
fine
love me
looking
for me.
girl with
How
a big
many
ass
times
and money.
Kim went through relationships and guys dogged her, played her because it was popular to do? She met a guy that was
They're equally yoked.
they equally
Yo.
it's balance. That's all it is. So, you know, I don't want to say she waited for that because Kanye was in her, you know, her life before when she was dating Humphreys or whatever. You probably don't know who that is. But some guy she married at one point. And make a long story short, like, yo, she stayed straight, curved Kanye and went for him. Kanye was going to her shows. Kanye was there, like, supporting her and shit like that. And now that's her husband. That's her everything.
You know what's funny? Once I heard advice saying, you know he's the one when he's more into you than you are into him. That's the one
I've always
to marry.
heard that. I've always
Wait,
They
heard
said
that.
that's the
women-
one to marry.
Because women don't pass along gems. Women
And I'm
keep
just
the
like,
gems-
I don't know if I can do that.
No, because you got to be very patient. And
like-
yo, the other side of your patience, on the other side of your fears, is everything you want. You have to be very.
No, because if you listen to
don't
it.
be tolerant,
No, but the thing is that
but be patient.
if you listen to it,
Mm-hmm.
marry the one that's more into you than you are into him.
It's more- yeah. You know what?
I'm
That
not-
creates?
I'm just like, nah, I don't know about
because
that.
because I try to explain to you, love is not enough. So what happens is you meet someone and you think you're not gonna love them. You always end up with some guy that you didn't even plan to be with, anyways. It's usually gonna end up being that.
Yeah, that's probably 100%. Yeah.
So why not be with a guy who loves you more than anything? At
Yeah.
some point, he will stop. He will fall off. He's gonna forget a few things,
I
and you're
know.
gonna have to show him that everything he did was worth it. But you're gonna put. It's all about that balance.
but
like,
that was it sounds like
Do you
good
know what that
advice.
creates though?
it really is. Older women tell this to the younger.
I think that that's good advice, right? To a certain extent. But for me, like, when I started believing that, it almost created like a fear in me when I really like somebody, and like if I don't feel that like reciprocated on the same level, I'm like, oh shit, like I shouldn't be with this person because maybe I
He's
like
not
him
the
more
one.
than
He's not
me.
the one.
But whatever happened to just having fun? When you think about when you were free, when you were 16, and you're just like, yo, this shit is for fun. Like, yeah, maybe when you were 16, you were thinking he's for keeps, but not me. I already.
I'm trying to see who I'm gonna have a
grew up
baby
with the father
with.
that
Like,
I grew up with, and I'm here to tell you guys that made me be very like, oh, ain't none of these guys about nothing. At 16, I was dead sure. At 21, I was like, maybe daddy was just that type of guy. At 25, I'm like, nah, it's definitely all men. At 30,
But
at
there's so many
31,
examples of other people that
Exactly.
are not like
And
that.
then I look at my brothers. Yo, they was raised by a whole nigga. No offense, daddy, but you a whole nigga.
My daddy was too.
Oh. Not no disrespect to my dad, but you broke my heart long before any guy could. So my first heartbreak came from daddy. Now, a lot of women who don't know their fathers, your first heartbreak from a man, probably daddy, because you didn't know him. He been bailed on you, so it is what it is. So the daddy issues, guys can have them too. Don't think that they don't. It's hard for them to try to be a man that you want them to be, because if they didn't even have a figure
If they didn't
or a
have
guy
a-
that they
yeah.
looked up to, they'd be whatever the streets raised them to be.
That's true.
So, you know, I'm going to leave that for another topic, for another day. But I want to say that, yo, we all need to be mindful that we're all going through something. every single able body is going through something. You see the angry person on the train, you got to keep in mind, yo, her bill's probably not even paid or something. Like, you know, I excuse so much fuckery at times.
Yo, the fourth train in the Bronx every day.
The whole Bronx going through something.
When I get off to work downtown Brooklyn, every day somebody wants something.
The whole Bronx is going through something.
We going through it. It's New York City. Shit is expensive.
All of us in the world is going through something. Everybody think their problems is bigger than the next person's problems, and nobody has it harder than an innocent kid that comes into this world.
Well, that's true.
And it's expected to change it. Yo, you're not even given the right tools. Yo, understand that you was given the life you was given, not for yourself, but to change the world, change somebody else, change an opinion. It only takes one little kindness act. I probably can't be that kind of person, so I'm trying to push you out of
You can't be.
Everybody
Got a little kindness in them.
Like when people tell me when I'm really sweet, I'm really, really sweet, and when I'm sour, boy, I can't tell you what. I don't know.
Like well, I don't really believe in like horoscopes like that, but I do think like Pisces traits are pretty close to me. Like I'm loyal.
What sign are you?
I'm a Pisces. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm supposed to be loyal to a point, but then if I feel betrayal, like you're dead to me, and that's how I've always been. I'm like
betrayal is part of life, honey.
In what way though?
Everything you go through is a learning lesson. Yo, not for nothing.
Of course, but
yeah, but you can have betrayal and decide to move on. You're not gonna be somebody's floor mat.
I don't keep
let
around
people
me.
walk all over you.
I don't want to be betrayed by the same person, but when
it's
I
gonna happen.
Take it with a grain of salt and some tequila, probably.
It's not gonna
She's
ruin
like,
my
we're
whole
gonna try
life.
an inside party.
I'm talking about who I keep around me in my life. Like if you betray me, then I'm moving on. That's it. That's why when you asked me, I said yes. I'm gonna get rid of my man and the friend because they both betrayed me, and I don't tolerate it.
She's like, bring in the next.
Yeah, I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna start a new life. I'm moving. I don't know.
Bring in the next set.
Yeah. I agree and disagree with that. Like for me, it's just like people are a work in progress. I'm not who I'm gonna be in 10 years from now. So I'll be really sad and heartbroken 10 years from now, not today, because today I don't care, I don't got no bones in this body. But 10 years from now, I might be feeling like, damn, like I wish my friend would have held on a little longer. You would have saw me blossom into a butterfly. I would just be this little caterpillar that you mad. Like,
Maybe they see you on social media one day. I don't know.
What? Okay, so
they'll catch up with you later.
Yo, do not look to social media to figure a person out. Like, I want to tell to the younger generation, they are selling you a dream. Like, yo, my social media don't got shit, nothing going on, and I want y'all to know because ain't shit going on.
But do you have people hit you up like, yo, we should link up?
Nobody hits me up.
Well, I'm on the other side of that. Like, not even about myself, because my Instagram is like whatever. I post when I feel like it. But I feel like the people that I've met that look to me a certain way in Instagram are completely different in person. Like, for example, I met somebody recently who's like very wild, very out there. He looks like he's in a party life, blah, blah, blah. But when I met him, he was like very sweet, very calm. Like, yeah, it looks like this, but like I have these and these problems going on in my life, and I use that to like escape them.
Maybe
you know what I'm saying?
That side out of him though.
Yeah, I don't. You know
I'm
what I'm
not
saying?
the same person with you, Anna, that I am with.
Of course, yeah.
When I meet, like, first of all, there's different versions of you. So when I meet Anita, when I meet Anna,
Anna's just asleep all the time.
Anna's the one that be asleep.
Yeah, when I meet Lenny, I'm like, yeah, I could be myself. Like, I love that. But then when I meet Lenny, I'm like, yo, this shorty, stop talking over me. There's gonna be a good and a bad.
Even when I'm not talking over her, she accuses me of talking over her.
Because the voices in my head is telling me she's thinking over me.
You need to stop.
You thinking, but not
She's like,
out
I'm
loud.
not no bitches in my head. Get out my head.
But what I'm saying is, like, we all have a good and a bad side. It's not for you to look at every human being in the world and be empathetic. But try to exercise. The reason why exercise is the word is for you to understand that after a while, there will be a progress. You exercise empathy, you will become a very empathetic person. It doesn't make you weak if you cry in front of people. Like, I'm never ashamed to cry. People think that I'm strong because that never see me cry. I'm like, you're a weirdo. Like, bro, I cry when I watch movies.
Oh, let's not even talk about that.
I've been trying to recover.
Yo, she recommended a movie. I was like, why you recommended that? I was crying.
I wanted to see.
But then when like everyday activity, like everyday life, I be mad cold and shit. She be like, yo, what the fuck?
But that's because you are.
Like you don't care.
No, it's because you're aware. You've been through life. You have a few years.
But then it's a movie that hit me. I'm like, oh, that hit so close
And then
to
I'm like,
home.
oh, she got a heart.
And then she be like, you cried? I'm like, yeah, I got a heart in here somewhere.
I'm looking at her like she cried. Well, maybe.
I'm like, you lied.
Yo,
I
this
definitely
music
didn't look
video. This music video where like
Make
this
you
guy.
cry?
A music video?
Swear to God, every time it hits me, like
What kind of small?
he
girl?
crashes.
Get this one tree
He's
hill
like
shit outta
calling
here.
for the phone. He calls his
I
girl.
can't.
And
She
she's
was
like,
white,
hello.
right? She
No,
was like, that's
now
me.
she's Spanish. She was like, hello, and this fucking battery died. I was like, no, he's trying to call her, but he's about to die. Like every
is
time
it?
it gets
The
me.
video is the Dominican guy calling his white girlfriend for the last
No,
time.
it's
So I was
not
like, oh my God, that's so me.
I think we should talk about not right now, but at some point. What is it about the Hispanic culture that we all love? Is it our medium? Because I really feel like that's when we meet. Like
We
black,
all love.
black, white.
No, Lisa.
You,
I'm joking.
She
I'm joking.
sees them.
I'm
for
joking.
Typically, who they are.
I'm
But we see it-
joking.
I know you're joking, but you know, there's some.
But you know your people better than anybody else
Yo,
is
a
gonna know.
Guyanese person
Though.
gonna say, yo, she's a Yankee and I can't take her. And I don't have time for them because first of all, you're not even real Guyanese your damn self. Because
So I'm
you
just
were born
saying,
there,
like
it's nothing.
you
That
know
is
your
nothing.
people. Like even let's say North Carolina, you could be like, yo, I'm already used to them. I know them, and you're gonna feel like you could judge them harder than anybody
yes.
else can judge them.
I
So you're
fucking
gonna
judge
judge
them
your
hard.
people harder than anybody else
I
can
judge my
judge
people
them.
super hard.
I want to say that I do in that zone because I judge my people, which is everybody. My people is not necessarily Guyanese people or women.
But I'm saying
or
it
people
for
that are
like, you know.
It's literally people who I feel they think like me, and that might not be in every way possible. Like
You
when
think
I
you
meet
judge
a
people
person,
more if they think like you? You judge them harsher?
No, I judge people when they think different from me.
Okay, that makes
which is
more sense.
which is weird. No, it's really weird for me. Because I'm like, oh, that's why when I meet
No, it's
you,
not because you understand the people who think like you, and you're like, okay, why would I
understand.
judge them? Yeah.
and then I'm intrigued by
Oh.
like you guys think totally differently from me, but I don't. I actually don't. I thought I would judge you more. I thought I was looking. Yo, I was digging for mad shit. I'm gonna find something on Lenny.
She just be
But,
throwing
like-
shit out there. Hopefully it'll stick.
And then it's just like, yo, she's just this nonchalant person. It doesn't mean that she's a bad person. I didn't classify her. I still haven't put you in a box. I think I got that
coma.
at 30s, but in my 20s, boxed you, sent you, shipped you off. That's it. I don't know what to do with you.
Now
seen
I
it
never
all.
want to put people in a box. Like I just keep like taking what you feed me, taking what you feed me.
Nah,
You know.
I'm guilty of judging
But then
on
I
sight
feel like you're looking
sometimes.
for patterns. You're guilty of judging.
I'm guilty of judging on sight, but I also am like, as soon as you show me the slightest bit of sign that I'm wrong, okay, I'll be like, okay, and then I'll change it up. Like I'm very like I can change it up really
Like
fast.
when they prove themselves, you're saying. Like you
Not
had
even,
the like you
they
had
don't
the
have to
star
prove
and then they.
themselves. Not even to prove themselves. I'm like, oh, like she's stuck up, and then I look at her and she has this dang face, and then she's like, hey, I'm like, oh shit, I was wrong. Hey.
No, maybe she's still stuck up, but you probably stuck up too, and you probably understand.
Maybe
you
we
both
were
stuck up.
late, whatever. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
everybody's guilty of snap judgments. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
especially with my
Can,
own
or can you
people,
see
quote,
yourself
unquote.
in other people? Like even the faulty stuff.
Oh,
Not
yes.
only the good, but
Yeah.
even the faulty stuff. Like oh shit,
I
I
see
be acting like that.
All my faulty ways, I usually identify with my dad because that's who raised me. So that's who I know the most. And all his empathetic ways that I didn't take up. I'm like, why did I take those things up? Why did I pick up all the bad shit? Am I a negative magnet? But anyway, make a long story short, that's the person that I probably look at and I'm like, yo, I need to change this, this, and this. Because I identify, and I don't like it in him, and I definitely don't like it in me. So when you hear me putting me down, I'm putting him down too, unfortunately. But what happens, that creates change for me. And it's not because I don't think I'm good enough, or I don't think I'm great enough, or I don't think I'm cool enough. It's literally, yo, I don't want to be like this dude.
Yeah.
And no offense
So you
to
put
him.
it out there.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't that's why I say love is not enough. Like, I love my father, but do you like your father. Like, you know,
Who he is.
I don't unlike him. I'm just like in between. I'm al dente with it. Like, it's like pasta that's not all the way cooked. Like, I don't know. Like, it tastes good going down when you add some sauce on it.
It took me a long time to forgive my father because, you know, he's always been a good father to me, but he wasn't necessarily like, I love my dad to death. And I've forgiven him since it happened, but he did have an affair.
What that got to do with you?
But
you know
no,
that,
I'm gonna tell you.
That's what people gonna say.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Because I felt like I didn't realize it till later.
Yeah, let me tell you, you hit a certain age where then
I didn't realize it till later.
You.
But like literally after he left, like I felt like I was craving attention from men.
Cause that's what you were saying.
Yeah, and I started having sex with men. Like that's what I
you
lost my virginity.
Daddy broke my heart first.
Daddy breaks your heart first.
And I related to that. I
But
related to
y'all
that
was
when you said
perfect couple.
Even if he's not even there, he broke your heart. He showed you that men skedaddles. They leave.
It wasn't even like what he did, right? Because I'm not gonna sit here and say because you guys are my parents, you had to be together, right? I get it. Like people break up even after they have kids, whatever. It was the way he went about it.
That's why the conversations are needed.
Sneakiness. I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, that's right. It's very impressionable on somebody.
What I told to my friends and they don't understand is your kids are a lot smarter. They pay attention to you because you're the only human being that matter. You're studying everybody in the world and them, and you're filtering everything. What you don't understand is your kids are only looking at you. So when you are not having a good day, you probably notice when your dad wasn't having a good day or your mom. Maybe.
Oh hell, that's the number one thing I remember from my childhood. Coming home, my mom was on the couch watching TV. My dad was on the computer doing shit. They were ignoring each other every fucking day.
And you didn't want that as an adult. So that's why I say all of this shit. That's why when I date someone, I want to know all about your upbringing because it's gonna tell me a whole.
It's gonna tell you a lot.
But because I really feel like it starts at home, like, and not for nothing. Like a lot of people don't have that luxury of having a conversation with their parent. And now the younger generation, the way they're parenting, some are doing the same shit their parents are doing or did to them, and then some are doing a whole nother route where they're just like submerging themselves in only you. I want to make sure you feel like you matter, that opinion matters. You want to sing. You know, my dad told me I shouldn't be an actress when I want. That's what I wanted to do when I wanted to grow up, right?
Yeah.
If he would have pushed me,
we have so much in common.
But I would have been the number one actress. I feel it.
But like you said,
I can't blame him.
I used to sing in my room. I used to sing in my room all the time.
Sing.
I loved it. He used to come in and be like, "Why are you singing? Stop singing. Stop doing that." And like, even though I was in choir for like 7 years, I could never bring myself to like do a solo or anything that called attention to me because I always felt like no one was gonna like it. People were gonna tell me to shut up.
Yeah,
like, whatever.
somebody's gonna come in and tell you to be quiet.
He's preparing you probably for the harsh world, but the way his message came across.
I was little though.
But like you said, but the generation now is better yet going, go ahead, girl, sing your heart out. Don't worry about what anybody says.
Because
you can
nobody cheered them on. But hold on, did that because he knows that in the long end, the hurt will be a lot more.
I mean, he just wanted me to shut up because
either way you would have been hurt. Either way, no matter what he would.
No, because you could have been a shining star. You don't know.
If you would have told, she would have been a shining.
I'm like, you don't know.
Well, I never heard
what the outcome was gonna be.
I heard me singing. I know my parents told me I couldn't sing, and I knew I couldn't sing, but I still wanted to sing.
I was in the advanced choir. Like I know how to read music, and
so maybe he should have told you there are other avenues, but maybe he didn't know how to parent because you gotta look at his parents and his parents' parents. And his parents' parents. And for me, my parents' slave masters.
I gotta go on
now I gotta look at all that.
To date somebody.
You might.
No, but like you were saying, okay, so when you are asking people, like you said, you're gonna like you were to meet someone, whatever, and then you're gonna want to know that, like their family history a little bit,
even
what kind of you're like coming from or whatever, what's going on, right? Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a chance that they might not want to become like they could tell you some fucked up story about their family and their family's fucked up. Mm-hmm. That don't mean they're fucked up, because that could either produce someone like yourself that you're saying, I don't want to be nothing like them, so I'm gonna do the total opposite. Yeah. So I'm gonna be this like great individual, right? Like I'm gonna try my very best, and I'm gonna communicate, and I'm gonna be open, because that's all the things they didn't do. Or you're gonna meet that individual who is going to be just as fucked up as they are. So we kind of gotta be like,
even the small things, like my mother, like I
better
love her,
at judging.
I love her to death. She's very unorganized. It drives me crazy. Because of that, to this day, I'm like the most organized person. So if someone, if I were to bring a guy home,
you don't like
if I
it,
were to bring a guy home to my mother's house, he would see like disorganization and be like, damn, is this what I have to deal with in the future? Like they're imagining my mom as like my future self. but it's complete opposite.
And that's what I'm saying. That might stop somebody, but like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna take
that's
you.
not necessarily what I meant. Like, I'm not gonna necessarily, like, you're not supposed to expect anything. Expectations leads to disappointments. Stop expecting anything. That's why I say submerge yourself within yourself. Because at the end of the day, once you know, not to quote Cardi B or Denzel Washington, knock me down 9 times, I'm gonna get up 10. So you need to worry about, no matter what comes your way, whatever storm, you're gonna weather it. Like, you got you like nobody else got you. Once you got you, people really be trying to prove themselves to you. I'm telling you.
That's so true.
People that really try to prove themselves to you, I'll be like, yo, you know what I am? Like, I'm a piece of shit human that just be talking that shit. But they really be trying to be my friend. And I'm like, that's cool.
But I just feel like some people know that society has kind of been programmed to think that way already. That it's like
they ahead of the game.
That no, I'm saying society has already been programmed to think like if Anna takes a dude home, like she said, to her mother's, and they see a messy house, because let's say they haven't been to Anna's apartment yet.
I mean, that's kind of weird.
And she takes them.
I get what you're saying.
I don't know, but he
Go ahead.
meets the parents first. We do it old school, or you know what I'm saying,
All right.
whatever, old school. He meets the parent, but he goes to your mama's house first. You're like, oh mom, this is the guy I'm dating, and he sees that mess. He's gonna automatically assume Anna's just like her mother,
You're a mess,
and
just
she's
like
a
your
mess.
mother.
And Anna's gonna be like, nah, let me show you my house. Let me show you. That's why she takes the men. But that's why you take the men to your place first. We're like, nah, I'm gonna show you how I live, and then I'm gonna show you how she lived.
But he could
I'ma
also
say
think
that-
that maybe I'm like cleaning up just for him, and that I'm a messy person. That heart.
I'm a
Or
messy
she's
girl.
never
My mom-
going to take the dude to her mother's house because she may become ashamed of that. And I'm saying more like what you're saying, which is like, don't be afraid of that shit. Show people, communicate, all that bullshit, because you're not really gonna ever really know unless you find out like for yourself.
But people don't want to know before. Some people just really have like sexual deviance. We're gonna talk about that another time. Because they want to do it because like, yo, I'm not about to like show him who I am because he might not do what I want him to do after this. Like, not for nothing, the worst thing, the nastiest thing I ever heard a guy say is that because I live in the projects, yo, I didn't even have to
But
do
that's
all
what
that
I'm
for
saying,
her.
like,
she live in the hood. I could have did. No,
Like,
you
there's a
still gotta wine and dine.
All right, there's
that's just not
this
cool.
is a building.
That's not
There's
cool.
a song that I always like pops into my head when people say stuff like that, like, yo, shorty from the projects, like whatever, or she from you live here, all right, cool, like the attitude changes, right? So the lyric song when it's like, if her daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If her daddy's poor, you could do what you feel. I'm like, what? If I'm like, yo, wait. If her daddy's poor, you could do whatever the fuck you want. You could treat her however you want. But if her daddy's rich, you gotta treat her, wine and dine her, and treat her good.
Standard.
So
hold up. That's why
this is why I say society was programmed that way a long time ago.
And that's why
this
girls
ain't a
false
now
claim.
problem. This is a long time ago problem.
But that's why girls false claim. That's why a lot of girls tell guys,
Oh, you gotta fake
I'm
it till you
used-
make it.
Right.
You gotta fake it till you make
I'm
it.
used to a guy taking me, never been nowhere. Bitch, be lying.
Yeah.
Bitch,
I never thought about that. I always tell them the truth.
beach.
I gotta stop telling them the truth.
You're like, took you where? You been where?
But you know,
But you gotta fake it till you make it. But guys do it too.
Or they make the story more than what it is. And maybe a guy took him out to dinner and be like, yo, he took me to this amazing restaurant. What's the name of it? That's not the point. The point, they'll deflect because here's the point you need to get. I need to be treated this way because I feel this way about myself. But a lot of women really, they take a lot of bullshit until their friends or their family tell them, girl, that's what you're proud of? Girl, hi, dad.
I've already had people judge me because I live in the Bronx now. Like,
I told you it's gonna come with the territory and you gotta get ready
But
to.
if I lived in the Bronx,
Speak
I
up.
would wear that BX on my chest, mad her.
I was
would
like,
get a big sweater.
You still live with your mom, so
But don't you know you have the power to shape people's minds?
I shut them down every time.
You
I'm
don't gotta
like,
shut them down.
I'm gonna shut them down.
No, you could be you.
That's what I'm saying. Just
No,
be
hold
you.
on.
That
be
could
the
just
great
be you.
that you are. And now guys or people
Start
women-
respecting women that live in the Bronx.
No, not every girl in the Bronx. And I've heard that from guys like, yo, you a rose in a concrete. Whatever that means, my nigga. Thank you.
That's a
Because
compliment.
as long as you know that in a jungle there will be beautiful things and there will be ugly
I'm
things.
trying to look for my rose.
We
If he's out there,
coexist.
holler at me.
Well, she's trying to use this podcast as a dating site.
No, but it's like, but it's true because it's like, oh, like I'm from this part of town. Like you're not even really from New York, so
At all.
you can make up some wild story as to where you come
You
from
can.
and be like, but I don't even
Is
feel.
that part of me deleting my whole history?
Not even your
No,
owners, but like
because-
I'm talking about your even like your.
I know, I'm joking,
If you
though.
feel like someone's gonna judge you on your upbringing and this and that, you can fake it till you make it. Even
I'm
what's
not doing that.
no, I'm not
Any-
doing it.
anymore.
I'm
I
saying
used to do
I'm
it.
not like that
I
at
used
all.
to
I've
do
never
it.
been like that.
I do.
And
I used to
probably
never
exactly a
talk
lot
about
of people be saying like, oh, but you gotta do it, just to entice them or just to get them,
I feel
rope
weird
them in.
doing
And
that.
I'm like, nah, I don't want somebody that
All
bad.
right, you guys never did that, and I did that. And I think because I did that, that's why I be shoe at 10 when I need to be shoe at 2. And that's why sometimes I'm like, yo, why am I so freaking proud? Like, you be like, I'm from Brooklyn, yeah, what up? Like, yo, it's not even never that serious. Like, but I take it there because all the times I'm trying to make up to myself that I was like, nah, I'm from Brooklyn. Because I used to live in Harlem at one point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm from Brooklyn. Ugh. Like,
Yeah.
But now I'm like, yo, it don't really matter what part. We all from planet Earth. Y'all niggas is on the same planet. Calm that shit
Or
down.
that people
so
that-
you living on the moon?
Or that people
Holla
that,
at
or
me.
people that's like that used to be from Bushwick. Now they want to be like, oh, I'm from Williamsburg.
Oh,
Because
my
Bushwick
God.
got a bad rap, so you don't really want to say where you really from.
They be like, Brownsville is bad, but you from Ocean Hill and Brownsville, Bushwick.
You want to
East
pick the
New
street.
York.
You want to
It's
pick that
all-
one good street in your
Yeah, like,
neighborhood.
but let me tell you what that means. Like, you not proud sometimes.
Nah, you
there
just
is
gotta be proud of
nothing
who you
emerged
are.
From where you're from, that is great. You could be that thing that emerged from where you're from. That is great. Stop looking for a celebrity. To
Like
do
you
it.
said, show
You
them that
do
there's
it.
greatness
Exactly.
right where you was
I
from.
actually sometimes wish that I could do the opposite, like do the pretending, because I feel like because I've always been so straight up with people, I do miss out on sometimes like getting that treatment that I see other girls get. That like I know for a fact they probably never got that treatment, but they just like I said,
They're putting up a facade. You're putting up a
yeah, so I'm saying,
facade
I
just
don't
to get
like
where you
doing
want.
that.
They
So
finesse
I
it.
get sometimes.
But I don't
like,
feel comfortable doing it.
I know myself, right? I know I can't be fake like that, but sometimes I'm like, is that what I have to fucking do to get treated nice? Like that's just so frustrating for
Or
me.
even
sometimes.
dudes, because
Well,
I had
hold
a
on.
dude do it, like, where he's like, oh, look at what type of shorties I be pulling. I be pulling my models.
I don't care about that shit.
No, but I'm
go
just
somewhere
saying,
else with
they
that
use it as a way to try to, like, they think that's supposed to be, like, that's supposed to get you to talk to them.
I'm like, okay.
Because it's like, oh, damn, he be getting all these pretty chicks. That means I should talk to him.
Nah,
Not
I'm good.
necessarily. I think
pass on
that what's gonna happen is you're gonna date people. You're gonna go out there in the world, and like I said, it all goes right back to you being all into you.
No, you
Because
do.
You
100%.
literally, you have a tolerance that's built literally for you. It's not even built for another person. So now you are frustrated with yourself. You think you're frustrated with the man or the men that you're seeing that aren't seeing you for how you want to see yourself. You accumulate a level of patience for men that
Yo,
you,
but you know what it took though? It took me dating one person that treated me the way I was supposed to be treated, and then I was like,
But
okay,
now you're gonna
why
always-
the
that's
fuck
an
didn't
exception.
I? No, and I realized it. I realized it afterwards. I was like, fuck, I've been basing like how I should be treated on the
That one
people,
person.
how they treat me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck. And I was like, thank God, I didn't work out with this person, but thank God he showed me how I should be treated.
Yeah.
Or
Give you a
even like
taste
give
of
me
it.
an idea, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Give me
that
a
taste
taste
is
of it.
everything.
And I was like, okay, that's
'Cause-
it.
'cause
From now on, I
sometimes-
know like
Because
what I deserve.
sometimes, because you've never experienced it, you're not even used to it.
I've
So you have
experienced
to
it.
like gotta get used to it.
I've experienced it, but it wasn't here in New York. Like I felt like my dating life here has
Yeah,
been
yeah,
so fucking different than what I was used to.
you gotta learn New York men. Not for nothing, New York
no,
men. New York men are like a little mystery. I'm gonna put you on the game real quick.
you don't have to put me on the nothing shoe. I know now.
All right, fine. If you know everything, you can never learn.
I didn't
nothing.
say everything.
Remember that. But
No, no,
but
no,
if
I
I'm
didn't
trying
say
to tell
everything.
You, all right. Even if I'm trying to, I'm not gonna tell you, but I'm saying if another person is trying to tell you something, even if you already know, sometimes it's good to just listen because what happens is they're telling to you in a different way. There might be one thing in it that you needed to hear,
But
just listen sometimes. But I'm not.
I
gonna
agree
tell
with you.
You know.
I agree with you.
I'm not saying
I'm not
anything.
saying I know everything. I'm saying that the things I was talking about were like more in the past. So I feel like that I've gotten a taste of a lot of different people, and I've kind of learned like who to see certain signs from and things like that. I don't know everything, so I would still like to know what you're gonna say.
You gotta hit me up later.
No, tell me now. Everybody on the podcast wants to know.
They don't want to know now.
Yes,
These
they
are
do.
New York secrets. She'll keep them to herself.
Nah.
Now, New York dating scene is like different, but that goes for every big city, I feel, because
That's what I'm
New York
saying.
City, you just have
You have
way too many options,
So much access.
and people don't want to put in the hard work.
And it's turned me into something different, I've noticed. Like, it's turned me into, like, someone who just doesn't care as much anymore. I'm like, all right, you're not into me.
You
all
always had
right.
it in you. You just didn't know it. They pulled it out of you. Don't say
Yeah.
it turned you. It pulled it out of you.
It's
It
a
brings it out
It was
in
a
you.
process that developed.
It brings it out. It brings it out.
All the shit that
Now
people
you
were
think you're
doing
gonna
to
live
me.
country life, you're gonna be able to you literally gonna be like, oh no, I know some bullshit from afar.
Every time that I meet someone we were talking about this on the way here. Every time I meet someone that's not from like the city or whatever, they like have this whole other aura about them or the way that they think or the mindset or whatever. And I'm like, oh, and it brings me in. I'm attracted to it because it's more of what I
Maybe because
was
it's
used to.
different.
Yeah,
Think
it's
about what
different and it's what I'm used to
But
from
think
before.
deeper about what you're interested in right now. You're interested in the mysteriousness. As a woman,
No, I don't want that.
you are, because
I want the straight
you
up-
don't know everything. Now that you know what you know about New York men,
Right.
most of them, not all of them, because there's some great New York men out there.
Of
Shout
course,
out to y'all.
I've met them.
But what I'm saying is, now that you know the dynamic of them, you know the make, the model. Now you're like, now you meet these guys from out of state, whatever.
No, I'm not saying that. I love New York men. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying, but there is a certain attraction because someone from out of state that has like
The
maybe
state of
more,
mind is different.
It's different
Because
and
of the
maybe
state you're in?
maybe I'm more drawn
'Cause you're
to
in a
it.
city.
So guys from Canada don't act like you guys from New York.
No,
Any big city,
You said no.
no.
You say no.
I'm comparing
I'm
any
asking
big
yes or no.
any big city. If you're in a big city,
I'm just asking yes or no.
no, because it's not a yes or no. If you're in a big city, you're asking me what I'm trying to say.
No. I'm not.
When
asking
you're in
you
the-
no, I want
I'm-
you to explain, but I want you to say for Canada. I'm using Canada, which is also big.
If you're in the city, like if you're in the city, if you're in a populated area like New York, California, whatever, if you're in a
Chicago,
populated,
Atlanta.
populated area, there's so many options. So people just they're looking for the next best thing. This didn't work out, they're ready to move on. When you're like isolated a little more, I don't feel like people want to roll so fast. They tend to want to work at the relationships
I agree with you 100%.
a little more.
Are you like
That's
that?
all I'm saying.
Are you like that?
I lived in New York City my whole life.
But are you like that? You want to roll so fast, or you take the time to get to know a person?
I want to get to know them, but like she said, they bring it out of you because if a dude tells me,
That's just
oh
you.
nah, whatever, I'm be like,
I'm not
all
looking
right,
for
there's another
anything.
fish in the sea because I know that in New York City, you can bump into anybody at any given moment. There's dick around every motherfucking corner. Every man is offering me dick, so there's no shortage of dick in New York City. That's all I'm saying.
First of all, don't come for the dicks, because they be having.
There ain't no shortage of dick
coming
in New
for
York
dicks.
City, all right?
They got
I could
dicks
go
for
around the
standards out
corner.
there. Don't
I
come
could
for
go
them.
around the corner right now,
Don't come
and
for
niggas
them.
want to give it up.
No, they got dicks for standards out there. They will not touch you. Now I'm just saying. But hold up, what I'm trying to say is, it's
And
not
you're
that-
absolutely right. But out of 10 dudes, out of the 6 that don't want to touch, there's still 4 that do want to touch. So there's no shortage of dick. That's what I'm saying.
So a shortage of dick makes you be more into a person. Makes you want to.
No, it makes you want to say, like, if a dude's like,
You're
yo,
not working as
appreciate
hard
them
because
more?
you know
yeah,
you
you're
get
not.
whatever.
If they're like, yo, I don't, whatever, I don't want to
disagree.
talk to you.
I would
I'll
think-
be like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna go. Another man's gonna come along.
Yeah.
I would think after dating, like she said, so many men, and realizing so many of them are full of shit, that even if you came around one in your city, it's literally New York is just it's really gumbo. Everybody is from different places. Nobody.
I agree with
It's Spanish, black, white,
Hold on.
Ethiopian, everything.
Hold on. Let me straighten something out. When I was talking earlier, I didn't mean that they were all full of shit.
You cut me off, but I'm gonna let you. Go. I'm letting you know, but go ahead. I
just
like
wanna-
it though.
Listen, I want to say before I forget because I have a horrible memory. But I'm saying earlier when I was talking, I didn't mean that all of them were full of shit. They all had their own like pros and cons, right? I just kind of learned how to move with them, like instead of like trying to just look for what I had before and maybe the South or something like that. Like I was adapting. It was like an adaptive process. That's all I want to say.
Okay, you adapted. That's great.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with adapting. I think that's what you need to be. Have an adaptive mindset, and that's going to help you maneuver through life. Not necessarily quickly, but swiftly. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's been a slow process.
It kind of sounds the same, but it's not the same. But now I was trying to say, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm not going to date a guy from the country and think that necessarily he wants to settle down or this is going to work out better because he's from the country.
Everybody's different.
Nah, it's literally sometimes when you look at a person, you got to see them for who they are.
No, we're not saying we're assuming. We're saying that once you get to know people and when they express themselves to you,
everybody
most of the time in New York is like, nah, I'm just looking whatever. I'm just looking to hook up. You're going to hear that way. I mean, in New York City, that's what
every person.
That's what you hear a lot of. You're gonna bump into if you line up 10 men from New York City, they're like, nah, I'm just looking to hook up, blah blah blah. I just want to go with the flow, which is everybody. Yes, going with the flow. That's everybody's fucking favorite line. Oh, now I'm not ready to settle down. And then
I feel like
I'm just saying,
like,
because I haven't really lived outside of New York City for a long time, but it's a more slow pace.
We're just talking about the more common things we run into. Not
they're
saying
willing
everybody's
to,
like that.
You can't have slow and steady in New York? That's what you're trying to tell me? You don't think you can have slow and steady?
No, we're not
in New York?
eliminating it. We're saying that it's more common to run into
It's
stuff
hard to
she's
find.
talking about. Yeah.
Let me tell you something about gold. You got to dig to get it. You can't just expect it to emerge.
Some of these bitches
Here,
tired
well,
of digging
good.
and they end
Take
up
me.
with pyrite.
That way, honey. What happens is you got to freaking
She's like, sometimes
dig.
you dig and it ain't gold. That shit is shiny, but it ain't gold.
That's your fault. Everything that's shiny and glitters.
I'm gonna keep
ain't
digging.
good.
I'm saying some people out there.
I'm
Just
like,
because
I'm
you
follow
look
that.
good don't mean you're a good look.
Oh, for
Stop
sure.
looking at people
For
that
sure.
look good and think they're a good look for you. When you realize what you really need, because when you get older, what you want is what you need, not what you want. When you're younger, I want what I want because I need that now, I need that instant gratification. When you older, or when you really feel like time is against you, you kind of like, you picking out, you doing this.
I could care less because I'm not gonna settle for less. Like there's things you might want, blah blah blah. So I'm not gonna settle for less. Like you said, you're gonna keep going through the numbers. It's a number game, right? Especially exactly New York City. It's a number game. The population, there's so much people. You're gonna have to go through 100 before you find that one. You know what I'm saying? Where in another state there's less numbers. It's a number game. They I don't know.
It's like a ratio.
Yeah, they describe it all the time. It's like it's a number game. You
I'm
just
not
gotta
gonna say
keep
that
going through the numbers until you find the winning motherfucking number.
I'm not gonna say that
I could be
don't-
83, and a guy proposes to me. No, I actually know an older couple that happened.
I was like,
They got married at 83,
Wait,
and I thought it was the cutest motherfucking thing ever. I loved it. I went to work and repeated that story to everybody. I was
You
like,
sound
oh
like
my
a-
god,
you
this
sound like a
little.
Staten Island girl.
I was like, yo, this couple fell in love, and 10 years later they got married. They actually met at 73, and at 83 got married. I was like,
Is it ever too late?
and I was just clearly, I'm already saying, oh, that might be me. So I love it. I love that story. If it takes that long, it takes that long.
So you're patient and you're ready.
I'm ready. Yes, and I'm very patient.
You just ready. You're impatient and ready. That's
I
what
was
you
so
are.
mad at you. I'm like, what you talking about? I'm ready. Yes.
You fake ready.
All
right.
I'm very patient.
I see that we couldn't even get to like our other subjects, but that's because we're having great conversation.
Yes.
So I appreciate everything.
I hope that's what the listeners are gonna think.
It don't really matter. what you think about your podcast is what you taught me is what that
Oh,
matters.
I taught you something?
You taught
I
me
be thinking
something.
you're
Oh
not
my
listening.
I be listening. It's all about what I feel about it. I'm not here to put out a project for everybody. I'm here to put out a project for people who either want to know about me, not necessarily me, Shu, but people that think like me, or people who are attracted to it. Because just because you're attracted to it doesn't mean that that's what you are.
Mm-hmm.
You could not be nothing like any of three of us, but you can literally be attracted to that kind of conversation,
Or
their
relate.
style or swag or whatever it is. So we're not putting out stuff for everybody. I think that we need to say that because we be getting
So
some
like, it needs to
feedback.
be said already.
Some feedback is like,
PSA for Thinking Out Loud podcast.
you know, some of the feedback is really good from a great place, and I love it. And I love.
I want more feedback, actually.
I
Can
want
you
more
guys
feedback.
please?
You can comment bad stuff.
Comment.
It's okay. I'm not
Comment.
gonna penalize you.
Yes.
But here's the thing. It's still, in the end, if it's not for you and you hate it, that's
good.
okay.
That's okay too. We
Tell
want
your
your honest
people-
opinions.
Tell people, yo, I hate this podcast. You should watch it. They
Yo, go watch this.
they're
That shit's
annoying.
bad whack.
Yo, they mad all they watch. Watch this shit. As long long as you put the plug in.
Yo, that bitch didn't even put on her lipstick today.
Just give us the views. If
She
you
already
hate,
had the
that's
red
okay.
eye. I'm okay with that.
Like, yeah.
So I'm gonna let us all say goodbye individually. You want to say anything to people that are watching? If you want to give a shout out to someone, if you just want to give love, whatever you
Do
want
we
to
got
do.
shout outs this time?
I don't know. I always shout out every.
I mean, our main shout out is always here
She'll
on the
cut me
window.
out.
Sorry.
It's all good.
It's like right here.
It's all good. It's all good.
Like,
Yeah, I want to thank the ladies for always showing up. That's nice.
Thank
yeah.
you.
we try.
I mean, I want to thank everyone with a beating heart, because even if you don't see this or you do see this, yo, everybody matters. That's it.
Everybody matters.
Not to show, but you matter.
You matter to somebody out there.
You out there, you matter. You doing your thing.
I'm going to say everybody matters to me too.
Aw. Yo, the minute I don't matter to you, I'm gonna.
Everybody
play this,
matters.
and I'm gonna record this and send it to you. Like, yo,
When you feel like nobody matters, that you don't matter to anybody,
Nah.
you call me up.
I'm gonna make you the GIF first.
I'm really gonna use you for that.
Like,
But yeah,
everybody matters.
everybody does matter.
DM us. I'll respond.
Yes.
Lenny will definitely respond. I'm social media not so savvy. All right, guys. So we're out. Thinking Out Loud
Bye.
podcast. Nice seeing you guys tonight.